Hello everyone, Carol here again. These are some of the poems that I've written about peace and how we can bring peace to people. This one is called Arms. Put down your weapons, your guns, knives and spears. Put down those arms that reduce folk to tears. Arms were made for hugging, not to kill and maim, inflicting misery and suffering and causing untold pain. Arms were made for holding, they're extensions of the heart. So let's link our arms together. Let's not get pulled apart. United we stand, steadfast and strong. We're standing for peace and we're singing our song. Give peace a chance is what we demand. So drop all the weapons and hold out your hand. Look your neighbour in the eye and speak of we, not me and my. Take the filters from off your eyes and know that we may have been fed lies. Are we so good and just and fair to fight in a war that's over there? To tell them how to live their lives when we are pointing guns and knives? What right have we got to play God when we, with just a wink and nod, can change from bad to good, then bad, and shoot to kill if we get mad? It's time to end these wars of greed, to look after the sick and those in need. It's time for peace throughout the lands. It's time to link our arms and hands, to use our arms to hold and share and show each other that we care. When we change and dare to care, when we love and give and share, that is when we often find the universe responds in kind. And there are those who do believe that what you give, you must receive, and balance the scales of out and in, just like nature's yang and yin. 'Cause energy loves to move and flow. Creating stockpiles makes it slow. So take enough for what you need, not lots more from fear or greed, for that is when the problems start. So dare to care and act from heart. Dare to care and give and share. Change starts here, not over there. This poem is called Who Wins When War Begins? Peace exists, it should not be disturbed, and thoughts of war should all be curbed. What right have some to fight, to say they're right and use their might? I wonder who wins when war begins. Those who send forces, then steal resources, oil, minerals, jewels and gold? These news reports just don't get told. I wonder who wins when war begins. Not the people for sure. They're pushed out of doors and out of their homes, lose all that they own. What right have some got to declare war on others and grab their share, when all we need to do is care and ask for only our fair share? The earth is rich, there is enough if we all stop just buying stuff, buying trash that's made to break and doesn't last for goodness sake. Then buy more when its life is over and keep the makers fat in clover. I wonder who wins when war begins. Big business and banks, they get the thanks for supplying arms that destroy the farms and kill all the people, so they can keep all the land and rent it back to those who suffer loss and lack. I wonder who wins when war begins. Who is it who gets the cash when folk are killed and land is trashed? War it is that makes profits increase, for there is simply no profit in peace. I wonder who wins when war begins. Those in construction after destruction, the profiteers who deal in tears, deaf and blind to cries of pain, all they love is financial gain. I wonder who wins when war begins? Who stands to score? Who's gaining more? Who makes bets and increases debts? I wonder who wins when war begins. I wonder who wins when war is over, and which fat cats are clothed in clover. I wonder. This is a poem called May Peace Prevail. May all wars end and may peace prevail, and may people seek peace like they seek the Grail. They call it the Grail, the cup or the chalice. If they filled it with peace, they'd make earth a palace. Your heart's like a chalice, so fill it up to the brim until peace spills over and you can't keep it in. And when that happens, you just radiate light. There's no room for hate, and you won't want to fight. So give love a chance and let peace prevail, and you'll get given it back, because it's never for sale. So give peace a go, there's nothing to lose. Do you want war or peace? What will you choose? This is Peace Starts in the Heart. Where does peace start? It starts in the heart. War just tears us all apart. So let love rise up and radiate. Let's put an end to war and hate. Let's put an end to war and greed. Let's help those who are in need. Let's start a movement of toleration and let it become a celebration of our uniqueness. And this is not a show of meekness, but a sharing of our skills. We'll work together and soothe all ills. So let's make music and join in song, and with love and peace, we'll get along. This one I wrote years ago. It's called Profit Before People. Profit before people, greed before care. Are these the reasons there's war in the air? There's so much hatred and so much greed, and millions of people who need a good feed. They starve in the gutters with nowhere to go. Their homes lay in ruins. There's nothing to show. Babies and children orphaned and sick, forgotten and dying, while some get rich quick. From the time they emerge from their mother's wombs, they know nothing but hardship till they go to their tombs. They've no crumbs of comfort, just distress and despair, poverty and starvation. What do some care? They're only images on our TV screens, in our newspaper pages, and in our bad dreams. So we close our eyes, pretend we don't see, get on with our lives, and just think of me. This poem I wrote last year on the anniversary of the 11th of November, Armistice Day. It's called In Memory of the Fallen. They call 'em the fallen. Fallen? I don't think they fell. I believe they were felled, so fortunes could be made and power upheld. For makers of weapons make millions and more, and grab what they can as spoils of war. Their only concern is making a profit. What can they make, and what can they make off it? Bombs and bullets, guns and grenades, uniforms, armaments and kits for first aid, vehicles, ships, aircraft and tanks, all make great profits to put in the banks. Then, when peace is declared and the fighting's all done, it's time to ensure rebuilding's begun, and countries just fall into the hands of the greedy, who don't give a damn for the hurt or the needy. When contracts are awarded and cash changes hands, it's easy to see it might have been planned. And so off to war, went our menfolk and youths, with no idea they'd been sold untruths, no idea of the horrors they'd face, and that many would die with never a trace. And those who returned would never forget the trauma of war and the horrors they'd met. And many family men who answered the calling have since been referred to simply as fallen. Fallen? I don't think they fell. I believe they were felled, so fortunes could be made and power upheld. I think we should give peace a chance, and actually a chant. And I rewrote the words a while ago to that children's nursery rhyme song, merrily, what was it? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Well, as we know, for many in this world, life is more of a nightmare. So my version was to put your foot down and stamp for peace. And so it became stamp, stamp, stamp your feet for peace. Verily, 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 it's time to make war cease. Maybe groups of people could go out and chant that on the streets, arm in arm with one another, because when we are united, we cannot be untied. Look at the words we use, united and untied, the same letters, different order. Peace is our birthright. Peace of heart is what we all aim for. Thank you.